Hello, and thanks for joining Chess Tech on lichess.org. Tonight I am looking for some 15-minute rapid games, and I'm going to try and play as black the Scandinavian if I get e4, and as white I'm going to play d4 and try and play either a Hopton Attack or a London system stroke barrier attack against the King's Indian. That's if I can get a King's Indian. So all we need now is a very willing opponent. So we don't know. Ah, here we go. Oh, I'm white. Lovely. Right, let's go for d4. What are we going to get? Ah, the Dutch. Okay, interesting. Well, I said I was going to play the tromp, so I'll stick with that. I quite like the tromp against the Dutch. Yeah, because I mean, I'm not saying this is winning or anything, but you know, you sort of spoil the average Dutch player's game by immediately taking a knight on f6. You know, and obviously they're completely fine, but it is mildly annoying. You know, I think if you're a staunch Dutch player. So anyway, it's all pretty standard stuff here. He's probably going to fianchetto his bishop here. He might even actually play it to a6, which I forgot. Oh, that's good. I haven't actually got a lot of experience in this line. I'm going to play knight bd2. You could play c5 here actually, I'd be ripping it up a bit, wouldn't it? So yeah, I mean, that's probably a slightly passive move. It's just because I don't want my knight being hit when I develop my queen. So the plan here for me is probably going to play bishop d3, try and target this pawn. I mean, he might actually just play. I mean, he could actually just play knight c6 there, queen up and castle, queen side, and try some sort of pawn storm. And there's so many options in this position for black, really. Yeah, like that. Very good. So bishop d3, probably going to take my pawn. And you see, there's an annoying little trap here. Let's go check, takes. Yeah, see, it's quite annoying because he's got some pressure on this pawn here. But there's nothing to be worried about. Can I just play check here? Knight out. So let's play that. Bishop takes knight, knight takes. Hold on a minute, hold on a minute. No, of course, yeah, it doesn't work. I was going crazy then, I thought should have just played pawn takes pawn, but of course his queen can take it. Yeah, that's what happens. I'm a bit tired this evening. I've had a long day. Looked at computer screens too much, so probably going to be talking a lot of gibberish. Yeah, okay. So, what's he going to do? Presumably he's going to castle now. Be the sensible move, I guess. Could develop his queen just to see what's going, just to see. I mean, obviously I'm probably going to be castling kingside almost certainly. I wouldn't mind playing pawn takes pawn, and then after queen takes pawn, he's got a few issues here actually. He's got to be slightly careful of castling pawn takes pawn, bishop takes, bishop c4, pinning his queen, and also bishop b5, bit of an irritating pin there. I don't think it's anything, you know, yeah, that just stops that. It's interesting, that's quite a annoying move. That's yeah, actually I've got a thing here, that's a nice move because if I just play bishop d3 takes, I can't take because of the fork. When I capture the pawn my bishop I get forked. So we have to do something about that, aren't we? Oh yes sir. Let's just have a little nibble at that pawn there. Trying to keep the initiative a bit. Yeah, that makes sense. So I can see what he's trying to do, but I don't know if I like that move very much. I'm just gonna develop my bishop. If he wants to take, I'll take back. He's got no checks or anything because his pawn's in the way. So I'm looking to castle now. Obviously he can't castle now because he's got his pawn, so he's probably got to play pawn move or something like that. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm going to have to start playing a Dutch myself because I've noticed there's a bit of a trend recently. In fact, I've noticed, especially on online blitz and rapid games, people playing white. You know, the bird obviously is not the Dutch, but they sort of go for sort of a reverse Leningrad structure with white and playing it as black. I mean, it is a very attacking, aggressive opening, and it's not been refuted as black, and certainly not by a long shot. So it's a good line. It's like the way I see a lot of black players playing a Dutch. It's like they're trying to play it. They want a King's Indian without all the knight manoeuvring. You know, they want. You know, they're getting f5 in castle, blast down the board, try and mate you type of thing, without all the intricacies of knowing the King's Indian. I mean, that's a very broad generalisation, but if you can get that position, then you'll be happy, you know. So he's pushed his pawn. What's that? Is that threatening anything? Apart from my bishop, obviously. I'm trying to ascertain why I can't just take that pawn. For example, with my knight. If I take it with the bishop, he still can't castle, but he can play knight a5 and attack it, which would be a bit annoying. and at the same time that discovery on my pawn here. So I don't want that. Fortunately I have got to take it because it's threatening something. I could don't actually have to take it. I mean, I could play that. I think I'd take it with a knight. I feel stops him from playing his knight there. Yeah, okay. Just not convinced about that move, you know. Got a castle. Now this must be okay for white. I would hope. I don't know if he's going to be... Yeah, he's moved his king there. Interesting. Interesting. I'm just trying to work out why can't we just go for a very simple plan of just doubling on this F file. Yeah. I mean, it's nothing. It's pretty crude. And I want to play D5. Sorry, I want to play E4 and then E5. But obviously he's got his pawns being attacked. Can I play Queen C? That doesn't threaten anything. I'm thinking Queen C3 and then D5, but there's nothing there really. What's the move here? Have I got to Knight can't go there. Knight can't go there. His knight's sort of disabled at the moment. There should be a move here, you know. And I wouldn't mind rerouting my knight to D2, then E4. More pressure on this pawn. I'm thinking about G4 as well here. And then he'll play... We can't actually play. Wouldn't be very good to play. F5. Takes. Doesn't work for it. Look very good for him. So, what choices have we got in this position? First of all, there's no immediate tactical threats by him that I can see. Losing a piece or getting mated. Good. Very frustrating position. We've got H4. So trying weakening his... I'm going to play H4 with the plan of he can't play H3 because of this pawn, and if he plays G5 I'll just take. So there's my plan. It's pretty crude, but I'm getting behind on time, and I always think that you want to try and stay level with your opponent on time best you can. Now he's trying to get into this, isn't he? I'm just going to push that bad boy. Still can't see any threats from that move. I can't understand that. Just can't understand that move. Oh, it was a real shame because he never let me get a chance to get into that attack, and that was going to be a beautiful attack, I think. So, let's have a look at this game. Got a few minutes. As I say, I don't play against the Dutch very often, so let's see what the comp analysis thought of it. I don't think I think black should be okay after bishop takes knight in the opening, but I'm not 100% sure he played it that accurately. But while we're waiting for this analysis, let's just go back here to the final position. Instead of him playing queen e3, I was expecting him to double on this file. Or in fact, the problem is after he's allowed h5, let's just go back a move. It's a bit difficult to see how he's going to defend that this pawn, and then let's just, for example, show you what I wanted to happen. So I play this. Let's just say he ignores it, and it's crazy reason ignores it, doubles. Then we get takes, with the sort of vague threat of I'm aiming for something like trying to get my queen in here. I mean, obviously that's just not going to happen, but that's my plan. All these rooks coming down across, so I just want to break up his king side. So we need to go back a move before I played. As soon as I play h4, he's got to do something about this. I'm trying to see what he could do. I don't actually think there's much. I suppose he could he just play f5? If I play g4, he just ignores it. If it takes, then takes. So let's say f5, g5, h5, and he ignores that. If I was him, I just want to trade some pieces or get my rook in somehow. Maybe he needs to go. He needs to just, now he could play this perhaps. Here we go. Well, here's the analysis anyway, so we can see what happened. Okay, so from the beginning. Yeah. Takes. Now, there's a slight advantage to white here. 3 seems to be happy with my play so far. Doesn't seem to be anything. There's nothing particularly. Yeah. So takes, all pretty equal really. Let's have a look. Takes. I mean, the computer says this is equal, but you know, it's tight. My gut feeling is that this has got to be a bit better for white. Gonna have a lovely open file. I've got pressure on his king side. Got a semi-open file on here. I'm going to have my rooks connected in the game very shortly. I've got 2 central pawns. I can't really see what black has got going for him here. I mean, if I was black in this position, I might play some kamikaze type queen d7 castle queen side. Double my rooks here and try and blast me back after I've white's castle, but that's just me. So yeah, it seems to still like me. So it says a blunder. The best move was queen e7. Now I've made a mistake here. I've missed something. So I saw the tactic of knight e5, but I played this move because I thought, well, why do I need to risk a risky move when a potentially risky move when I can just build up pressure. So it's still much better for white here. But the best move was knight e5 check. So knight e5 check, which is really, computer loves that. Why doesn't want to take that? Because here, and this is not looking very nice, is it? I'm threatening rook takes pawn. It just goes here. Pretty horrible. I mean, I'm guessing. I could just play that. Computer doesn't think that's a great move. What about just check? Doesn't like that either. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. So I made a mistake, but it wasn't a hardly critical mistake. King g7. Okay. H4. Mind it. Knight e5 still wants me to play it. That's fascinating. Wants me to play knight e5 even though his king's not pinned. His knight still doesn't take it. Why is that? What am I missing here? It's not that much better. It needs a bit better. But, knight e7. So anyway, h4 with my attack. Queen e7. h5. And there we go with a blunder. So, not the most greatest game to analyse, but there you go. So thanks for joining me for this game, and please leave any comments or questions on YouTube, and if you want to hit that subscribe button, that would be really helpful. Thank you.